morning, Mr. Rockwell.
Oh yeah, Betsy, you're in early.
Good morning, Mr. Rockwell.
Wow.
I swear her tits are actually innies. It's like I'm feeling up a 10-year-old boy.
There is a subtle little operation I could provide that might give you a slight edge.
Oh, well, what?
Bigger boobs.
Holy crap!
There is a great evil surrounding you. No, within you.
I have a set of fun bags with the hunger for human flesh.
Our next movie, an immoral and reprehensible piece of trash, sitting there watching this sad, cynical, depressing movie is just mindless, bloody violence.
I think that's well said. Depressing is the key word in this discussion, because I think some people say, oh, they're just picking on that same old thing again. And what I'm saying is no. I'm only picking on films, horror films, that are depressing. Not exhilarating, depressing. It's the same movie shot after shot.
Yo, killer rack.
Godzillas that will crush you in your sleep.
All right. Let me know if you guys can hear me. For some reason, my mic said it stopped during the intro. I think it's working again. Hold on a second. Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Test 1, 2, 3. Did you hear that? Okay, cool. I don't know why, like right when I was going live, I got the weird StreamYard message that said your mic has stopped working. So I hadn't seen that before. So I appreciate you guys checking it out. So welcome to the JEFFMAN316 live JEFFMAN316 live stream. I'm your pop culture reporter, JEFFMAN316, as always, and we are going to be watching a movie that a couple of you guys have asked me about. On the side, I've talked to a couple of you guys during the week, and you're like, what movie are we watching? And during the chat last week, everybody was like, let's watch Killer Rack. It'll be fun. It's on Tubi. I've got it set up. I started watching a few minutes of it. I actually realized I've seen this movie before. It's really like low budget B movie cheese. It's like Trauma level. It's not quite micro budget, so I think they spent a little more money than that. And it's listed as a horror comedy. So if you guys I think it's still worth watching. So I thought it was funny though that you guys voted for it, and then we talked about it, and then nobody remembered that's what we were watching. So either way, I had like 3 or 4 people asking me. So who's on here? Star Wars and Collecting and Hobbies. I think you were one of the ones that asked me, but then he remembered it. DJ Plays Favorites. I appreciate you popping up. What's going on? Yep. He said, I hear you loud and clear. Good. So I appreciate everybody confirming that. So this is the live stream for Killer Rack. Chat and watch along. So anybody that pops in the door, make sure you throw a like on the video, the stream. It always helps. I don't know why, but it does. I guess the algorithm. And there's my buddy. What's up? What's up, bro? Gator McCluskey, who's helping me out on my Jeffy Awards. Has anyone seen this movie before? Like I said, I remember seeing it after I watched it. Judging from the preview, it reminded me of, you mean Idle Hands? It's not as good as that. It's got a few funny parts in it, and it's not as raunchy as I thought it would be. So like I said, be prepared for this. This is going to be some B-movie cheese. So we typically don't watch it anyway, but I'll go ahead and read you the Internet Movie Database description. This is from 2015. I thought it was newer than that. It's TV mature, so I think it went straight to video. I don't think it actually got any type of mainstream release. It's an hour and 30 minutes. It says, A woman suffering from low self esteem who gets breast enhancement surgery, unaware that her surgeon worships H.P. Lovecraft's elder gods, and the surgery is part of a diabolical plot to rule the world. I didn't recognize but a couple of people that were in it. This Jessica Zawalt, however you pronounce her name, plays Betty, the main character. Debbie Rashan is in it. She's pretty much a a 80s screen queen type. I didn't. Lloyd Kaufman's got a bit part. There's even a random song that pops up in the middle of this damn thing. So I haven't seen most any of these other actors in here, so I'm not going to mention it. Directed by Gregory Lamberson, and so either way. So this may have gone in the $5 bin at Walmart. Walmart. Well, I think because of the content, it might not be in the Walmart bin. But either way, if you go to Internet Movie Database and look and where it says more movies like this, it's got Nude Bowling Party. Where the fuck can we watch Nude Bowling Party? It's from 1995. It's basically an hour. Two teams consisting of models and one of two dancers compete in a bowling contest. Since there are prizes for both the winning team and the sexiest bowler, four girls strip totally by the third frame and bowl the rest of the game wearing nothing but bowling shoes. Where can we watch that? I appreciate you stopping by. Y'all have a great evening. You usually stop by just to say hi, so I really appreciate that. Make sure you throw a like on the video. I don't have my AirPods in, so what's going on? What's everybody drinking tonight? I've got, since I did so well with the rum, I got a little bit of rum tonight, so I'm not drinking anything too heavy tonight, I don't think. So anybody, before we start the movie, that is agreed to do a Jeffy Award video that's already sent it to me, you rock. I love you. Anybody who still owes me one, please try to get it to me by tomorrow, because I'm going to film my part. Drinking good old quality H2O. I need to drink more of that. Hopefully my damn AirPods will work. I had some issues with them last time. How do I get these things off of my computer? I'm having there we go. Where is the missus? She's around the corner. She's talking to her mother. She said she may stick her head in here. She asked me what we were watching, and I told her, and she was like, "Oh my goodness." So she probably has no interest in seeing this whatsoever. And Brent Domania says, "Was what's up?" All right, we hadn't started this yet. Let me get my Roku app on. I'm so unprepared. I literally came in here 2 minutes before the thing started. All right, my AirPods gonna work. Come on. Try and get my Tubi app to start. There it goes. So Tubi, you're drinking Dr. Pepper. Somebody was talking about Dr. Pepper last week. Well, I got a little rum action going on here. So cheers to everybody. Got my big ball of ice in here. I can't get the Tubi app to start. What's going on? Hey, what's up, Paul? I'm glad you stopped by. I'm trying to get Tubi to start. It's just sitting here and spinning. I got technical difficulties tonight. While we're waiting for my app to start, yeah, Rack Attack. Who is winning the Rumble this year? I don't know. Give me a minute. Let me see if I can get this fucking thing started. I don't think Randy's going to win. I think he's going to mess up Kevin Owens, and the two of them are going to fight in Mania. Do they not want me watching Rack Attack? I mean, Killer Rack? Why did I say Rack Attack? That's what you said, Rack Attack. It's there. I got no video on my TV, and it's playing audio on my phone. Roku, you suck. Hold on 1 second. I don't know what the hell's wrong with this thing. I'm restarting the Roku device. Sorry about this. You gotta love computers. Nikki Bella, Rack Attack. She's got some big fake boobs. Well, both of them do now. You suck, you jackass. Yeah, I know. And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. All right, it says it connected now. Let me get back down into this. Hey, did that mess up your TV in there? I was hooked on to my living room television. I think I might have been turning the channel when my wife's trying to watch TV. Here it comes. Here it comes. We're good. Yeah, I know Roku does suck, but I mean, it's worked most of the time. I don't know why I didn't now. I got to search for the fucking movie again. Killer Rack. It would be a shame if I started Killer Rack in the living room. My wife came in there and started watching it. She would love it. Killer Rack. There it is. You know, the DVD, if you look it up, doesn't look like this poster that's on Tubi. Play it. I thought you said she was talking. She is. She's in there, got watching in the living room, watching her. What do you call it? Probably her Lifetime or her Hallmark movies, talking to her mother on the phone. Or Turo, what's going on? Hey, all right, I got it playing, but my audio is still on my damn. It's on my phone. I can't get my AirPods to connect. Either way, this is going to be playing in the background. I can't get my AirPods to connect, so I'm going to go ahead and start this damn thing, and then I'll try to figure it out as we go. You finally not working? All right, if you hear it in the background, you're just going to have to hear it. Hopefully they won't hit me with a copyright until I can figure this out. But I'm going to go ahead and get the damn thing started. So here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. It's on my phone, but the damn audio doesn't work on my AirPods. Lex Luger, also known as the Total Package, used the Human Torture Rack. Are you just randomly talking about stuff about racks? I'm happy to have TikTok back. Well, you lost it for like a day. Was it a whole day? Did it even stay off for a day? That Penta guy I'm not familiar with. He should view with AJ. Penta was from like AAA Mexico. Then he was like in New Japan for a long time. Him and Ray Phoenix were the tag champions on like AEW forever. And then Tony Khan is a fucking prick. Who, when Ray Phoenix wanted to leave because he was out hurt, they added his injury time to his contract, and he's making him stay home so he can't join Penta in the WWE. Rack talk. So that's what we should have called this chat. Instead of chat is rack talk. Zero Mado. What the hell does that mean? I'm gonna try to figure out what's going on with this audio. That's what they call him, right? Penta. Yeah, I guess maybe they did. Didn't I see like a zero symbol? So this movie is starting outside of the doctor's office where doing nose jobs and shit. Tony Khan should not run a pro wrestling company. Yeah, he is a major mark that is basically running it just like, it's a indie fed. He doesn't know what he's doing. He thinks just because he's making a little money that it's being successful. He doesn't realize he's acting like a jackass. Zero fear. Is that what that means? That's cool. Killer rack, the tits up, top down. Hit the speed bumps going downtown. I got cat. And I was reading the words on here. You can hear me scream. Candy cannons, bacon in the sun. Rubber bunny bumpers. Oh my god. So this is your female lead here who's all worried because she's got a small rack. I like that theme. Killer, killer, rack, rack. She's got so much. She's got all these pills about increasing her boob size. Look, Betty's boob chart. She's measuring how far they stick out every day. That's funny. Malachi Black's having trouble. Yeah, he's pretty much going to be sitting on the shelf too. He'll be back. I don't know that he'll probably be back in the WWE because Zelina Vega's there, but they're not going to really do anything with him. The one I would like to get back is Rusev because I think that Triple H might would use him. I'm testing this tonight on my MacBook to see. This is what I use for work. See if I get if I have any hangups. So go figure. I'm doing something wrong with my sound. So what are these? Is this a poor man's like Jay and Silent Bob hanging outside, pretending to look at her every day? Who's this little girl? You're old school. I know old school Mexican wrestlers. Yeah, I remember Mil Mascaras, Juventud Guerrera, Psychosis. They were on WCW too. Yeah, I miss Rusev Day too. AEW horse shit. You mean bullcorn? You mean bullcorn? Apparently, Bad Bunny wants to become a full-time pro wrestler. You know, his match with Damian Priest was not that bad. I have a feeling this woman probably isn't as flat-chested as they're making her out to be. They got her basically pushed down. I hope Bizarro shows up tonight because she's supposed to do that video for me, and I got a confirmation whether she's going to do it or not. I did talk to Doug. He did the video for me that I'd asked for. So this boss here at work very interested in the woman that works beside her because of her big breastises. Mhm. She's trying to be an ass kiss now. The Cargill Belair pairing always seemed designed to end with them breaking up and feuding. I think Bianca's going to be the one that took her out. Tony Kant is an imbecile. I thought you were going to say the other word. Yeah, can't do wrestling. That's funny. I like that one. Yeah, I think Jade is got attacked by Bianca Belair is what they're setting it up. There's never too early for puppets. This guy's a idiot. That is an awesome name, Titty McBooberson. That would be a great wrestler back in the day, like during the Attitude Era, Titty McBooberson. Can you imagine Jerry Lawler going off on Titty McBooberson? Yeah, I can't get these fucking AirPods to work. It says they're connected. Anybody use AirPods? It says when I open them up that it's connected and it's 100%. Then I'll put one in. Charlotte will run the Rumble and go against Stratton. Becky Lynch will challenge Ripley. I don't think so. I don't think they're going to give Becky a match that quick. I think Io is going to fight Rhea at WrestleMania, but I do think Charlotte is going to go against Stratton. What's my favorite scary movie? I don't think any movie's scary really, but I like the original Halloween. Yeah, I do like Penta. I think he's good. So I think he'll be a good luchador for them when Ray's not on there. Well, I don't know. You got to get to the point where how are you going to figure out that it was her that attacked her? That's the part I don't understand. McMahon is still looking to start a new entertainment company, and there are several ex WWE people that are close to him that are working for him right now with new company. Well, that's good. Who gives a shit about Vince McMahon? He's going to get no advertisers. The good advertisers that were working with WWE pulled out when they found out Vince was back involved. Nobody cares about that shit. This is the shitty green screen video they did on there. Did you see you could see the green around her hair. It looks worse than the one I did. Gator did some fucking awesome. I'm not gonna spoil it. He did some green screen for the video that he did for me. I need to get me a screen and some lighting that looks that good because when I did it, it looked like horse shit. Oh, it looked like bull corn. Sorry. He's like, "Oh, Dutch, you bought a toy?" It was his phone. Yeah, I know because he's only cleared of the hush money stuff. He's still got that criminal case, the sexual stuff going on. So I don't know why he thinks anybody would lend him any money. So I still can't get my AirPods to connect. This is some bullshit. I've never had this much trouble. So her boyfriend leaves her to go outside to go talk to his buddy about her on the phone. What kind of horseshit is that? He pretended like he's talking to his mother. You bull dookie. McMahon can go to hell for all I care. Yeah, I mean, I don't want him back on there. Wish I could make more of these, Jeff. You're doing great work on this channel. I really appreciate it. You know, I'd like to bust your chops about that Quantum Leap. I don't really give a shit about Quantum Leap, whether you like it or not. My fucking AirPods started working and that blew me away. I had to forget them on the phone and repair it. Yeah, I mean, it said it was fully charged. The case isn't, but they are. I had to tell it to forget them and then repair it. Like, I've never had to do that since I got my new iPhone. That's weird. I don't know. I got too much technology going on over here. My TV's working now. So that's what I had to do. So if randomly your AirPods quit working, and even if it says they're paired to the phone, just tell it to forget the device, remove it, and repair it. No, AirPods. AIR pods. So I got like some Apple headphones. Oh, I know. I enjoy the back and forth. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's fun, man. I appreciate you too. Um, do you especially because it gets traction on the video because we go back and forth with the comments. There's a hell of a lot, there's a hell of a lot worse shows than Quantum Leap. The joke that I made in that last video is true. That MacGyver show I thought was horseshit. Then in money, didn't that MF for sell WWE for millions? Well, he didn't sell the WWE. Well, he sort of did. He sold his controlling interest to TKO. They basically bought him out. But he's got that hush money thing from where he gave those women money, and it was out of the WWE account, and then it was for personal reasons, so he had to pay it back. But doing that shit on the books is like a net violation, so he had to pay like a $1.5 million fine to the UFC people. Yeah, TKO is the parent company, and they own WWE and UFC now, and they own that slap fight shit. Oh, MacGyver Current Day is garbage. Yeah, that DVD I picked up in Barnes and Noble and said that was worse. That'll be the one I talk about all the time. Why did they randomly get season 4 in there? I'd never seen season 1, 2, or 3 in there. Yeah, Hype is here. Media is the one that comments on all my videos when I'm trying to bust his chops about the new Quantum Leap show. Are you gonna get that Blu-ray? It's like 2 seasons of it. It's like $60. You talking about Vince's wife? She admitted in an interview thing because she's part of Trump's cabinet choices. She admitted in her interview that they've been separated for years and that she hasn't lived with him. That she's been living up in Washington ever since she got elected into whatever position she's in. I think she's one of Vince's. Vince's. That might as well be Vince. Trump's cabinet choices. Yeah, so they released season 1. Did they ever release season 2 on Blu-ray, or is it? I hate when they do that. It's only going to come out in the 2 season set. I got a Chick-fil-A commercial ad playing now. Like if they ever had season 1 and 2, and it was on sale like Amazon for like $29.99 or something, I'd probably buy it. Yeah, that is bullshit. I hate when they do that. Or they'll release like I've got that show Shameless. They released the whole fucking thing on Blu-ray, and I love that show, and I bought it, and then the last season comes out late after the show was over, and they only release it on DVD. What kind of shit is that? I think I've got some. Throw me some ideas for some videos, because I got a couple of ideas written down since those ones that were more about like collecting ideas and rants got my most traction. I mean, I got like almost 3,000 views on one of them. One of them I want to talk about is consistency of packaging within like a series or a line of movies or a series of films. They canceled Frasier. They say CBS will shop other networks for a renewal. I don't think it was good. I didn't mind the first season. The more it became about Frasier and less about his son, and then they incorporated some of the past characters in it, I liked it. I always liked the character of Frasier. I liked Cheers. Second season, I started watching it, and after the first couple episodes, I don't know, it just didn't seem as good. Maybe the nostalgia was what made me like season one. But I will tell you, this is better than that damn Night Court shit. Yeah, I hate like Family Guy did it, released Blu-rays and then started releasing some of them on DVD. Or I hate like not to get spoiler about what I might talk about. I'll give you an idea. If you collected a certain director's movies like on Criterion Collection, look at um David Lynch, who I've got a tribute like at the front of one of my videos coming up. You put them on the shelf, you got digipacks, you got clamshell cases, you got all these kind of weird. Some of them are I don't know if they're digipacks or like the one movie I got of his is was in a steel book because that was the only way I could get the 4K. It's just no consistency. Like looking on a shelf, it pisses me off. So that's Debbie Rashawn. I don't know if you guys remember her from a bunch of 80s and 90s shit. So she's the doctor that's going to do her boob job. At least this main actress like actually can do her lines and actually seems like she's a real character in a movie. Instead, a lot of these B movies, man, that they get some of the worst actors in history. Yeah, I saw that. You know, I saw it at first glance and was like, awesome, Bewitched season one and two. And before it sold out on Orbit, I almost was gonna buy it. And then I clicked on it and saw the price, and I was like, no, thank you. How many seasons is Bewitched? I paid enough for that damn never ending story thing. I forgot to even show that in a video. I got it right here. Eight seasons, and then you got to pay $140 for two. Why is it so much? That's crazy. Maybe 30, $40. It's Bewitched. It's not like it's I Dream of Jeannie. I think it was already released on Blu-ray here in the States from when I really. You know, I wasn't a super. I joked and said that I wasn't a super Bewitched fan. I was a I Dream of Jeannie fan. Barbara Eden, I thought was Barbara Eden was hot stuff. Mm. Was the website Flatties? I couldn't tell. Is that what that website was? He's loading her photos on the Flatties. Bewitched. Blu-ray. Yeah, it says there's a 60th anniversary special edition complete series that's 82 right now. It looks like it was released by Mill Creek. Yeah, you just said that, Mill Creek. Dude, you know, talk about packaging. Mill Creek. Could Mill Creek have the worst fucking packaging ever? It's almost as bad as that Paramount stuff when they put it in foldable things that like they actually come out of the case. Where's Mr. I Hate Bush? I don't know. He said last week that something about when he was with his girlfriend, he didn't like to watch the full series on 82 on Amazon. Yeah, that's what I was just looking. Yes, it's going to be shit packaging. What's with Mill Creek? I always am afraid I'm going to scratch the discs up, taking them in and out of those packages. I know it's cheap, but I'd pay $5 extra for anything they sell. I remember getting that Married with Children set when Best Buy was, on its last legs. Yeah, it's because they put too many damn episodes on a disc. That's exactly what I was going to say. I guess that's how they try to get away with it being so cheap. There was a set that I bought recently that I was going to talk about in the video that I thought was pretty good. It wasn't them. Did anybody get the Three's Company series on DVD? There's a company that's called VEI, and I got it, and it wasn't terrible. You get the 40th anniversary collection. You get all 8 seasons, 172 episodes of Three's Company. You get all the episodes of the Ropers, and you get all the episodes of Three's a Crowd. They did cram it a few episodes more than what was on the Anchor Bay DVDs, but it wasn't as bad as Mill Creek. Maybe I'll you mean unbox it and talk about it in a video, because I had some thoughts on it. I can show you, because a guy on the Amazon review was trying to claim that it was missing an episode of the Ropers, and it's not, from what I see. He's giving everybody with boobs promotions. All right, I'll try to do that this week. They also have a show that I do recommend to a lot of people, that a lot of people don't even know that it exists. That same company released shit. What's the name of it? What's the name of that show that Ted Knight was in? Shit, I can't think of the name of it. Around in the 80s. I think it was the 80s. The guy that was in Caddyshack. Too Close for Comfort. Because the seasons of those were like really rare. And so they that same company released that. And there's a big issue with those DVDs with cut episodes. They've got it for $49, but before you buy it, I might do a video of that one and tell you. Yeah, don't quote me on this now. I have to go back and look. Here's the one song, Fun Bags, in here. When I saw this, I was worried we were going to get a bunch of songs, but I think this is the only one. I'm pretty sure the Too Close for Comfort, the new set, the season 2, has cut episodes. It's got the syndication versions in it. Don't quote me on that. I'll do some research and I'll tell you about it. There's another set. There's something wonky about season 1 of the single releases versus season 1. I'll do my research and do a video of it. Is Trick Williams coming to the main roster? That Obi Fema or whatever the hell his name is shouldn't have been the next in it. Well, I think Trick will be in the Rumble. I think both of them will be in the Rumble. And Trick will be probably moved up to the main roster, yeah. Hey, what's up, Ian? What kind of trouble? I'm not into any trouble yet. What about you? Yeah, I know. And I think they claim it's because when the transfers that they're given by these studios, that sometimes they're lost. Alf went through that shit. You remember when Alf was released by Lionsgate, and they were the syndicated episodes, and then now to get the full episodes, you got to buy that Shout Factory box. Were a season or 2 of those after Ted Knight died. No, I don't think so that I remember of. Too Close for Comfort. I don't remember having but 2 seasons. No, that's not. No, I'm wrong. Hold on a second. It had like 4, didn't it? Too Close for Comfort. That was a different show I was thinking about. It had 6 seasons. I didn't realize it had that many. I thought it was only 4 or 5. Damn, I haven't watched all those yet. I gotta watch it. When did he die? So Too Close for Comfort was on from 81 from no, that's season 1. Season 4, 5. When was season 6? Season 6 was in February of 1987. Yeah, you may be right. Look, you know more than me about that shit. So it went through from April 86 to February of 87. He's in episode 1 of the last season because he's talking about Henry. I'm trying to read about the episodes. He's in a bunch of the episodes of that last season. Now he's up until like the last 3 episodes, so I don't think he died. Maybe he filmed all that and then died, like shortly after it finished, before it finished airing. Yes, ma'am. What you doing? Somebody was asking about you. You want to wave and say hello? You gotta get closer. Say hello. Say hola, ¿cómo está? She's got her fake boobs and getting ready to wake up with them. I paid for the shout. The shout out. So did I. You're up to no good like I always win when we see the Jeffy Awards. I've got to get it. I still haven't gotten all my committed videos of people helping me introduce the awards. I'm recording my part tomorrow. I do have Gator McCluskey did his. Cody Tudor did his. Bizarro hasn't contacted me about doing hers, so I'm gonna have to get somebody else if she won't do it. I got to get somebody else to do the final girl one. Make sure she hadn't sent me any messages all week. So you still have the Family Guy box sets I bought from Best Buy before they stopped selling physical media. The cases suck. The discs fall off. It's terrible packaging. Yeah, he said, hey. She hadn't got. He said, why aren't you in your PJs yet? They said, why aren't you in your PJs yet? Part of that was her PJs, she said.
All of it's my PJs.
Oh, is it? You came on the air on your PJs? Yeah, she got her leopard pants on. It says hot cocoa kind of mama on the front. It's cold here, man. What's the temperature supposed to get down to?
Well, tonight's supposed to be warm. It's supposed to be 19.
Oh, it's a warm front tonight. It's gonna be 19. Tomorrow night's gonna be 10.
9 or 10. The next 3
Maybe get into single digits.
And the high's gonna be like 24 for the next 3 days. 24, 25.
Sorry, dropped your PC. You're holding your whole PC. I thought you were trying to do some kind of fuzzy math there. She came to work with her new fake boobs, and he gave her a raise and put her in upper management. Look at this dude. He didn't know. He's like, I don't know. It's on your chair and your cat went batshit crazy.
I mean, putting that
Hello. What? Yeah, you gonna put. I'm not telling them what you did. She's over there wanting to know because she be in upper management. If we could show that on here, we could do. We could get some views. Arturo said hello, Mrs. Jeff Man. She said hello. She said people give you free things with these. Look, and that dude won't stop staring at her big giant boobs. She pointed at her boobs and said, "People give you free things with these." All the men are giving her stuff. They have a gravitational pull. That's why he's looking at them. She ain't killed anybody yet that I know of in this movie. Stephanie walked in at the end when I was scanning through this and gave me like one of those, "What in the holy hell are you watching?" speeches. Yeah, you stole my thunder. I think I got that sitting right next to the Never Ending Story. I haven't watched any of it yet. Have you watched it? How's the quality of the episodes? Because I needed that too to complete my collection. Who's Dutch? Was gonna ask me. The cool thing about it, like I said, is Viavision is usually pretty good with this quality of their transfers of movies and stuff. So, and it wasn't overly expensive. I thought Orbit had it for a really good price considering how many seasons you get. The Viavision stuff is typically pretty affordable. I bought some of those. Have you ever like been looking at one of those like Orbit or one Atomic Movie Store or one of those sites, and you're looking at stuff that you already own, but because it gets released in a cool box set, uh, you end up buying it, and then afterwards you're like, what the fuck did I buy this for? I almost did that. I'll tell you what it was. Then I came to my senses. Um, they've got the Smokey and the Bandit collection, the 3 movies on Blu-ray, in that Viavision box set that was like $60. They got it for $45, and it comes with a lenticular cover, and it comes with these art cards and stuff. And then I started to get it, and then I was like, why am I buying this? I already own all 3 of them on Blu-ray, even though it does have new audio commentaries from film historians. I'm going to admit something. I don't hate. Let me get this. I don't hate Smoking the Man at 3 as much as most people. It's not great. It's one of those so bad it's good movies. I don't like the fact, obviously, that Burt Reynolds is not in it, but I think that it actually showcases uh, Jackie Gleason more. And if you understand the history of the movie about the trouble that it had and what it originally was supposed to be, it makes it a little more interesting. And I really want to hear that audio commentary from that historian on Smoking the Man at 3. Am I stupid to want that? Yeah, I almost bought that. I didn't. I didn't buy that one. I bought that steel book, and then I already owned it on 4K, and then I bought or double dipped on the steel book. And another reason is I've owned multiple movies over the years that had that fake blood stuff in it. And after about 10 years, it either dries up or it gets air in it or something. I had that Itchy, however you pronounce it, The Killer. I had a Saw movie. I had some bloody body bag thing of a horror movie that I got at Walmart. And none of them still have the blood inside of them anymore. Orbit DVD did have it up until they had it like 2 weeks ago when I did that post on here and social media. That thing's long sold out though. Good move, good move. The bloody cover is trash. Glue came off the Velcro already. Really? Do you have it? So you bought it? Some of the new releases don't make a bit of sense. UK is releasing a complete duo of Terrifier on 4K next to all the other 100 different Terrifier ones. Yeah, I know. Here's another question I got if I was thinking for a video. Why does Germany get so many fucking 4K media books of movies that we don't even have 4Ks of? Not for wanting it. What are you talking about? Don't hate me for wanting it. I want to hear that commentary on that Smokey the Man at 3. I might have to buy that. Yeah, that Bewitched was 140 bucks on. It came with a hardcover book. I guess that's why it would cost so much. Did you order that Rumpelstiltskin? I didn't order that. I remember seeing here's one. Did you watch my video when I was talking about like FOMO and all that stuff? I tend to think that movies that I thought were shit back in the day are now getting like these special releases on Vinegar Syndrome or places like that. And under normal circumstances, people wouldn't buy those movies, but because they're almost like fear of missing out because other collectors are going to buy them, they buy them anyway. There's like half the time those movies are garbage. Germany has a big country of collectors. Really? See, I've never even done any research about that. I got in a Violent Nature German media book in Germany. Closed captions are embedded into the. You're bullshitting. I just got that. I didn't even put it on there. The closed captions are embedded onto the screen. Man, if I'd known that, I wouldn't have fucking bought it. That sucks. I bought Wolf Creek. I bought X. I bought Pearl. Because those all have 4K releases before US. Dude, it's cool, man. I mean, you can literally like take a picture and get Google or AI to translate the book for you. This guy's getting ready to get his fucking hand bitten off by her titty. There he goes. He just lost a hand. Her tit ate his hand. You didn't order Rumple, but thought about it, might steal. And yeah, I'm guilty of FOMO. I'm really, really trying not to have as many FOMO purchases this year. You said, "Are you stupid for wanting it?" Yeah. Am I? Not for wanting it. I'll try it on my player. I got a region free player. I'll see if it does it. That's bullshit. The Dutch movie releases are almost non-existent. I think we must be the country with the least releases. Really? Since last year, they just released the Scandinavian releases with added Dutch subtitles. It still amazes me. Yours is region free out of research, out of rage when it defaults to CC4 in the closed caption settings. So you can't turn them off at all? That's bullshit. Where are you from? Where you live? Hype is here media. I still can't believe Ian watches me all the way from over there across the seas. That's shit. Well, maybe I need to do a rant video about that shit. But I will say, it really is not a US release, so That's cool. I haven't been to Florida in a year or so. I used to have to go down there at least once a year for the conferences from a couple of the groups that I'm a member of for work. I'm going to Puerto Rico in March. This is the funny part in this movie where he's like, "What do we think took his hand?" Had his guys search the premises and they only found one animal, a snapping fucking turtle. Hey, there you are, Dougie. What's going on, brother? What you been up to? Thank you for doing that video for me, man. I really appreciate it. Ian says, "How you been doing, Dougie?" We're in the middle of Killer Rack, Doug. This movie isn't like the worst, but it's not very good. It ain't enough. There's no titties in it. You just watched Inside Out too? I've watched that. That's pretty good. I like those Inside Out movies. The Jay and Silent Bob guys, aren't they going to get killed? I think they do too. Those are awesome. She got blood stain in her tits, and they're still staring at them. How do you tell if a foreign disc is really 1080p or 4K, or if they're just putting it on those kind of discs and it could be standard def? Well, if it's got HDR, my TV and my player will both identify HDR and tell me whether it is or not. 4K discs, other than that, I don't really know how you would tell, because like that Terrifier's got what do you call it? What's the anthology? All Hallows Eve is on it, but it's not in 4K, but it's on the 4K disc. Yeah, Doug, what did you think of it? I didn't order anything, Matt. I'd ordered a bunch last time, and they didn't really have a whole lot new that I wanted to order. He's going to see Wolfman. I was going to go see it, and then one of the people that I kind of trusted that I probably wouldn't like it, so I think I'm going to wait on that. I've seen a couple trailers though. I want to see that new. What's that? The new Valentine's horror movie with the killer, Hard Eyes. I want to see that. And what's that latest trailer I just watched? Or some movie that looked really good. I was going to ask you guys about. Let me look at my history real quick. Da 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 da. Give me a second. I'll tell you. Yeah, Hard Eyes is the one I definitely want to see. That comes out February 7th. I can't find it. I don't know about Captain America. What do you guys think about that? You think one was better? Yeah, I agree with that. Your mark for the cannibal movies also finally went in on the full course set. Now, I haven't bought that yet. I'm not much into that stuff, though. I do like me some Midsommar, though. That fucking movie rules. I love that movie. Gator McCluskey, who popped on here earlier, he said that I got him hooked on the Terrifier stuff, and that in his video he made, he was talking about that his wife was complaining that he watched that stuff too often now because of me. The movie, did you guys see the trailer for Until Dawn? That looks really good. And then the monkey, some people told me that that new Osgood Perkins movie, The Monkey, was going to be garbage. Saw the trailer and I thought it was fucking good. Looked good, man. It's based on a Stephen King book. Oh, that dude went around the corner and she's killing him. And that dude's just standing there rocking. And Paula, have you seen Midsommar? You actually got the boutique Midsommar from A24. That's a good set, man. The director's cut of Midsommar has got a couple key scenes in it. She's sticking her boobs through his back, but his nipples are got blood squirting out of them. I don't know about. There's something just about that movie, man. I went to see it in the theaters, and during the scene at the end where he's having sex with that girl in that temple, or whatever. A bunch of people got up and walked out. My wife and I were laughing, and then they were released the director's cut in theaters. I went to see that too. I don't know, man. There's something about that movie I just like it. Florence Pugh is awesome in that. She's got so much emotion in her face. All right, I think the plot looks good, and Harrison Ford doesn't look terrible, and the fact that he's going to be the Red Hulk is good. I just don't like that guy as Captain America, and him as that role. He's like so wooden, man. I don't know. I just think the movie, though, like I said, the plot looks decent, and I think the side characters are going to end up being better. I just don't like that guy, man. It's going to bother me with him as the lead. I just don't think he can do it. I don't like him in that show. What was the one based on that video game, that PlayStation game that's on Peacock? Oops, sorry. What is that show that he's on? Twisted Metal. I don't like him in that either. Yeah, a lot of people don't like. I appreciate you coming on the stream. A lot of people don't like Midsommar. I love Midsommar. My wife and I don't know if she likes it as much, but I've watched it twice a lot. Um, and I think it gets better every time I watch it. There's something that was on my USPS, but I don't know who it's from and what company was supposed to come like December 9th, but then it's been in transit. I don't know, man. That post office was garbage during the month of December for packages. Shopify, yeah, Twisted Metal. I didn't like. I like the show, but I didn't like him in it. I just didn't. I don't think he's a good actor. Monkey, a remake. Is it a remake of Monkey Shines? The trailer's really good. It says it's similar to the theme of the 1983 novel Monkey Shines by Michael Stewart, but this is based on so that's Michael Stewart. The Monkey is based on a 1980 short story by Stephen King about a pair of brothers who find a mysterious symbol playing monkey toy in their attic. And it's like kind of like a Final Destination thing, as people are around the toy and they end up dying in like weird ways. Hereditary got me hooked on A24 releases. That movie made me feel the horror. Yeah, I wouldn't, like I said, I don't know that I've ever been scared since I was younger, because now I know how they make movies and special effects and all that stuff. But I will tell you this. I went to see Hereditary in the theater, and when it was quiet in that theater, and then her character, Toni Collette's character, was up on the damn wall up in the corner, and we didn't notice it at first, and then I was like, oh shit, and saw her over there, and she went crawling across the screen. That was a little uneasy. It was like more like it was shocking, and it wasn't scared, but it's ever since I saw that, I kind of got hooked on A24 movies too. So, I mean, there's always something different about them. Marvel sucks. Deadpool saved them. I agree with that. Yeah, Captain America. Yeah, I don't like him, the Falcon guy, as Captain America either. Well, I didn't want to spoil it. I'll say it here since I don't get as many people to watch. I'd already ordered it. I pre-ordered it, I think, from Orbit or one of those, because I like the movie. I actually kind of dig that movie. I think it's one of Jennifer Lopez's decent movies, but I also like that it's got what's his name? Vincent. I don't forgot how you say his last name. I think the cast does a great job of that. So I'd already pre-ordered it. The problem that I've got with it is the yeah, Vince Vaughn is in that. That's the other guy too. The problem I got with that is Arrow has not come out with an official statement, right, saying that there's an issue with it. So that worries me. It took me long enough to get through to fucking Second Sight about the replacement for that Blair Witch disc. There are some fishy emails that state your UPS order couldn't be delivered again. Yeah, you have to watch those. If you don't expect anything, I've gotten some texts like that, and then I just go to my informed delivery account, and if it's not there, then I know it's a joke or a spoof, as they call it. Yeah, ground advantage, man. If your package gets lost, you're fucked. Yeah, like also the scene with the girl in her head. I wasn't expecting it, so I was kind of like shocked by that movie. I guess is a good word to describe it, is more like shocked. But I love Hereditary. I think Toni Collette, her not getting some awards for that damn role is stupid. All right, I don't know. I haven't watched this movie in a second. So where are we at in here? You got the cop sitting at a bar. Do you play Russian roulette? Jesus Christ. So Betty, the main character, I guess, went to this bar. Oh shit, that was a little bit strong. It came from Chicago, about 40 miles away from where I live. How many? And what did the Blues Brothers say about how many miles it is Chicago? We got a half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Yeah, they don't operate over there. Paula says she gets them too. What's the last movie you've watched, Paula? Recommend something different. What was that movie I watched the other night that I thought was good shit? I was going to tell you guys about. I've watched so many this week. It was something that was on Netflix. No. It was on a Shutter. It was that Nick Frost movie. Where'd my audio go? There it goes. I hate when packages are that close to you and end up getting lost. That's frustrating. Oh, I get so much junk mail. It's probably more junk mail than I get regular mail. It was that Shutter movie with Nick Frost in it. Took a turn, man. I've decided how I'm going to do my movie reviews, I think, now on the channel. I'm going to do them in short form because nobody fucking watches my movie reviews. If you have a chance to see this movie, Getaway, it's on Shutter right now. Watch it, but if you get 30 minutes into it and you're kind of like, this movie's not that good, and why am I watching this? Dude, when the twist hits in the middle of the movie, it turns it into a totally different movie and makes it totally worthwhile. I watched that movie. I forgot to include it in my haul video because I got it late. I watched that movie Saturday night. That shit is awesome, dude. I love that movie. Ooh, what the hell? She sneezed and put in that guy's drink. What in the wide world of sports is going on? The Dark and Wicked was a great Shutter movie. Yeah, I like that one as well. I think I found that DVD at the Dollar Tree back in the day. All right, well, I'm going to tell you this. Here's my short review. If I do post a short of it, though, you got to watch it, though, even though I'm going to tell you this. The first hour, at least, dude, it is like a frantic pace. He's basically got these scenes that flow from one backstage area to another with characters crossing in the hallway, 3 or 4 characters cross in front of you. You take one conversation, you pick it up on another side, or it bleeds over into another one. He goes into rooms full of people. It is just this nonstop, like free flowing conversations for like an hour straight with no stopping. It's like no taking a breath. You need to make sure you're paying attention to what's going on. And then towards the last act, it slows down a little bit, which is ironic because it's the first hour and a half leading up. What's the hour and a half leading up to the first episode of SNL? So you would think it would get more frantic, but what happens is he starts getting like really nervous and starts pulling himself out a little bit. And so he starts having some interactions with one-on-one with some people. But that first hour of that movie, man, it almost made me feel, hey, here's the big fake boobs in this thing. And I mean fake. One of them looks square on the side over there. Look at that shit. That movie almost made me feel like I don't even know, like nervous watching it. Like it was like nervous energy. Saturday, it's Saturday night, which is about it's Ivan Reitman's son made it, and it's about the night of the very first episode of Saturday Night Live back in the 70s. Yeah, that was that show that I bought. I was being funny with the title of it. I forget the name of it now. I bought it on clearance at Barnes and Noble. I have to look it up. All right, it's Shudder, Shuddr. The Shudder movie was Get Away. It stars Nick Frost from Shaun of the Dead. The Saturday night one is the one I was talking about. Which actor portrayal of one of the original cast the best? Knowing so much that I've watched behind the scenes of SNL and how the characters acted, the two best ones were the guy that played Chevy Chase, but the guy that played John Belushi knocked it out of the park. The bad thing about it, I'm going to tell you, is they're not in like a lot of the movie. Like it's about the making of it, so they only come into certain scenes when they're trying to rehearse them. So you get like Chevy Chase getting his first opportunity, and you figure out why he's getting the opportunity to do Weekend Update. You get John Belushi bitching about the bee costume. You get him doing his first rehearsal of the very first scene it's ever seen. And then you get him doing his new Weekend Update. So those things I already knew about those scenes. So they were already kind of in my mind. I knew what sketches were going to be on the first episode. So seeing those two actors, man, it was kind of surreal. Man, I thought that especially Belushi, I would almost like to see a movie where he played like a young John Belushi in it, like the whole movie. When Evil Lurks, that was pretty good. I remember watching that. Doug made chicken tacos. Now I'm gonna get hungry. Studio 60, I think, is what it's called. Yeah, I think so. That was only aired on NBC, right? That was a pretty decent show. I remember buying that. Daniel Day-Lewis as Abe Lincoln hype. No, Skinamarink is garbage. Don't you remember me making fun of Skinamarink all the time? Yeah, I know it's I would say do you mind me asking how old are you? Here is hype is here media. Somebody my age that like I really liked Saturday Night Live in the 80s and in the 90s, and then it fell off some, and then it picked back up, when Will Ferrell and everybody was on there. But I've watched it a little bit all along my whole life. When I got into it in the 80s, it made me want to go back and watch the 70s stuff. So when they released those first couple seasons, I bought those big thick box sets of it like the day they came out. I like that stuff. Like I liked I wish they had done Dan Aykroyd more. I wish he had been a bigger part of the movie. But I guess maybe he wasn't as big a role backstage, leading to it. You're 42. All right. Well, I'm 10 years older than you. So, but I really like I always tell people, sometimes knowing about how these things are made, especially when I watch some of this B movie shit, if I know the people that made it and I've talked to them and I know the hard work they put into it, it gives me a little bit level of respect, different than just your casual viewer. So it's almost like I go into it with a little bit more respect and wanting to like it. So it makes it to where it's not as bad if I know how much effort they put into it. Seeing that, and if it was even half as frantic is what was in that movie, then good Lord, I don't know how that shit got on the air, man, and how they did as good a job as they did. Garrett Morris is, um, who played him? Did his son play him in that movie? I want to watch it again. I thought it was like really good. Saturday night. Garrett Morris. It's played by an actor named Lamorne Morris. So I don't know if that's his father, I mean, or grandfather or something. I wonder if he's kin to him. Doesn't say. That's weird. They got somebody with the same last name. But like the character that disappointed me the most was Dan Aykroyd. It's played by Dylan O'Brien. He's been in a bunch of movies. I'm trying to remember. It was something I saw him in. He was in Bumblebee. We're not gonna hold that against him. The Scorch Trials. He was in that show, The New Girl. They didn't do enough with him. So to me, I was a little bit disappointing that he wasn't Dan Aykroyd didn't his character wasn't any bigger than it was. I can relate to watching SNL and going back and really enjoying the seasons prior to that. Yeah, I think it was because like I started watching the movies they were in first. So I was like really big into the Blues Brothers. I love the Blues Brothers, everything about it. I don't like musicals, but because that's more realistic music, they listened to real music that inspired them to do the music. Um, I didn't like that second Blues Brothers movie, but I love the first one. That's one of my favorite movies. I love them going through the mall and all that. But watching the Blues Brothers and Animal House and all that with John Belushi and watching those early Chevy Chase movies made me want to go back and watch all that stuff from Saturday Night Live. And they improvised quite a bit back then. Like Chevy Chase when he was like, "Jane, you ignorant slut." No, that was Dan Aykroyd who said that. Yeah, I loved when Eddie Murphy was on there. It's hard to believe. Like Chevy Chase was only on um, SNL for one season, I think. It seemed like Eddie Murphy he wasn't on SNL that long, was he? How many seasons was he on SNL? I don't think it was as many as people think it was. Eddie Murphy seasons of SNL. What was he? He was on there from 80 to 84. So would that be 4 years or 5? 80, 81, 82, 83. So was that 5 years? It seems like, he was a mainstay on there for a long time. I don't know if I would say it was fantastic. I hated it the first time I saw it, but it was not what I was expecting. So then when I've watched it later, I think it's pretty good. It's got some pretty good parts in it. I'll tell you what's wrong with Nothing But Trouble. It was when Chevy Chase was in his lazy as fuck era of movies, and he didn't put any effort into that movie whatsoever. Demi Moore put lots of effort into it. John Candy put lots of effort into it. To me, Chevy Chase looked like he was sleepwalking through the whole damn thing, and he ruins parts of the movie where it could have been better. Yeah, Phil Hartman's wife killed him. He didn't commit suicide. I love the Phil Hartman era. I love that skit that he did as um, Bill Clinton going into McDonald's. Well, I think the experience probably screwed Dan Aykroyd up to where he didn't want to make any movies because that flopped so big and it was his passion project, and I don't think he wanted to do anything after that. What is that?
That's
What
where it come out of the pack. Look at it.
was it got nipples on it? Let me see it.
He's trying to eat it.
Hey, you can eat that one. I'll eat this one.
No.
This is a muffin that my wife got. Look, it looks like it's got nipples. We're watching Killer Rack, and we got a Killer Rack muffin that's got nipples on it.
Show them.
These are good. If anybody sees them, Valentine mini muffins. It's buttery vanilla. It's like, you know, like the drink, the buttery nipples. Yeah, Chevy buried it. I mean, there was I'm assuming he was on drugs. Do we get any? You can tell that when they zoom in on a woman's boobs and they don't show her face, you know that they're not the ones doing the nudity. They're comparing knockers. Anyone did the alternate 4K slipcovers for Ghost of Mars and Vampires? You talking about, did anybody order them? I did not. I've started to get out of those alternate slipcover game, man. I mean, I wouldn't. If I do get them, I usually put the alternate ones on there and then just put the other ones up. It's kind of like I was talking about. Did we dig them? I didn't order them, so let me see if the let me see what they look like. I ordered Vampires. I didn't order Ghosts of Mars. That movie is not good. I think I'm gonna just stick with my Blu-ray. I don't need to upgrade that one to 4K. All right, here you go. This is I actually like the alternate slipcover better than the main one. There's Ghosts of Mars. Cause that regular cover of Ghost of Mars is shit. I think I could do a better job of photoshopping that stuff. Let me get this off the screen. That cover is garbage. Now the vampire one I liked, and I really loved the movie Vampires. I almost didn't buy the Shout one before because I ended up back in the day getting the Twilight Time vampire copy of Vampires. Did anybody ever, other than me, buy any of those Twilight Time movies back in the day? Killer Racks. It takes a lot for me to pre-order from Shout. Last one was Child's Play bundle. You're the Ghost of Mars. There's more than one Ghost of Mars. I don't want, dude. Don't peer pressure me into buy. The Vampires is good, man. I don't want that damn. You already got them. So what do you do with do you put the alternate one on when you buy those? Like I bought the RoboCop ones. Do you put the alternate one on there and then you have the regular cover under it? That's kind of the way I like doing it. And then what do you do with the other slip covers? Because somebody was in the one of those Facebook groups and they were talking about they throw away their slip covers and everybody was like having a shit fit. Like they were like, oh my God, you just like, broke the cardinal rule of collecting. You can't throw anything like that away. I don't have my clips in order here. I should have put like this is what I should have done. When somebody was in that group and they're like, "Oh, I throw my slip covers away." Yeah, I like Vampire with James Woods, but I like James Woods. Yeah, if it's one of my this is the way I described it. If it's a movie that I really love, and I'm probably going to trust that it's going to be good, like Jaws immediately, Halloween immediately. Some of my, but like a comedy, like I didn't get that Zaz set that um, that I did an unboxing and review of immediately. But then as soon as I read that the 4K of Top Secret was like excellent, and because the Blu-ray was trash, and it was basically like the DVD almost was better than the Blu-ray. I immediately ordered it because I wanted that movie, in good quality. I love that movie. I grew up watching that movie. So, but I think I'm not calling out anybody because more power to them. I got a small channel. If mine grows, maybe I can get my hands on it. But I really don't think that some of these YouTubers, and I'm not mentioning anybody, they don't give 100% straight reviews. Everything they watch that they get review copy wise, it's in 4K. They talk about how fucking great the transfer is. Maybe every once in a while, when there's a consensus that the 4K is not great, they might say something, but I don't think you get very accurate information. Somebody actually gave me a compliment on the video the other day and said that one of the reasons they liked me was that I'm just down to earth and that I don't give a shit if I say that it's bad. It's my opinion. I'm going to tell you, but I just don't think everything needs to get upgraded in 4K. Like, do I need to get every single old comedy that's being re-released in 4K? It can't look but so good. Um, I think if you upscale some Blu-rays or whatever in a 4K player, it's going to look good enough. Yeah, the reason I used the clip from Airplane 2, I'm pretty sure that's from Airplane 2, right? Airplane 1 has got the same thing, but it's got titties in it. So I would have had to edit it in the middle and cut out the titties, or I would have had to do it wasn't enough. I think when I tried it, it wasn't enough panic in just the part before it. So I was like, I'm not gonna cut the best part about that. That's um so I just used the one from Airplane 2. Like I watch a lot of reviews now to let me know whether the 4Ks are worth getting before I go out and drop the coin on them, unless it's a new movie. So do they come out this week? I can't remember. I ordered something from Shout. Usually I get their stuff pretty quick. What did I order? Let me look it up. I've got an order from a Time Movie Store and an order for Orbit. It's taking me forever. I don't have my damn Kill Bill steel books yet. I did order that Night of the Creeps set. I'll tell you that because I missed out getting that NECA figure before and I wanted it. Did any of you guys order that? Have you guys ordered Night of the Creeps yet? Just so you guys know that Cody isn't here. He actually drove down to the uh, TNA Genesis pay-per-view show, and he's actually at the live event. Did I see the new Criterion Closet with two of Denzel Washington's sons? They know they're... No, I haven't watched that yet. I did see somebody talking about it. You pre-ordered it? I pre-ordered that one from... That, I like that movie. And like I said, I missed out getting and this is it. That goes with something I said in my other video. Things aren't so limited as you think they are. I got pissed at myself back in the day because I missed out on the Night of the Creep set that had the Tom Atkins NECA figure. And then they released the Night of the Creeps big set with two NECA figures, and one looks identical to the one they released before. And then they got the one from him at the end when he's on the beach. So that pisses me off a little bit. And I also like the poster because the poster is like a 50s style. Hey, this chick's behind her filling up her tits. We're missing the movie here. I appreciate you stopping by, Dougie, and thanks once again for doing my video for my clip for my video. Can't get the alternate slip for Night of the Creeps without buying the figure. Yeah, I like that alternate slip though. That actually looks cool. It looks like a 50s, the 50s movie from that begin opening scene. Are those 4K? Because I haven't bought all the second sight ones that are just Blu-ray because they're region B, and I'm mainly trying to get just the ones that's got 4Ks in it. Yeah, well, I'm glad I ordered that one. Some of these comparisons I see online when people compare, they love the 4K, but actually rather the Blu-ray. Yeah, I will say that if it's doing HDR and Dolby Vision, that a lot of times the directors are going in and fucking around with the color grading a little bit, and it's darker, obviously. I've seen quite a few that the Blu-ray, to me, the color looked better. It almost reminds me of that back in the day when one of those Night of the Living Deads, the 1990s, when I think it was the Twilight time Blu-ray came out, the color grading was fucked up and everything looks so dark. So sometimes you don't, sometimes I like the original color grading on a lot of these things. Yeah, I don't know why. I just really like that one. KC Creeps Like a Friend says 1 against Texan. Damn, Philadelphia beat the Rams and Buffalo beat the Ravens. I can't. None of the teams I fucking wanted to win other than Buffalo won. I definitely, obviously, I'm a Dallas fan. The hell if I wanted Washington and Philadelphia playing in the game to go to the championship. Now I got to root for fucking Philadelphia. I'm rooting for the Bills. I was rooting for the Lions. Everybody said night, Dougie. This is a big release week coming up. There was a lot of pre-order shit that I. Let's look real quick. This is me. I'm gonna give you my personal preferences as far as women. I'd have rather had her with natural tits than these big bazooms that she ended up with. Those things are too gigantic. I don't know why anybody would want boobs that are just like so anatomically incorrect as far as the size. And hers looks square anyway. I was gonna look up on Blu-ray.com. There's a lot of fucking releases coming out this week. Can I share this? Let's see. Damn, there's too many ads on here. I think Chrome will let me share that. Yeah. Oh my God. Hold on a second. All right, let's look at this real quick. I just did the 14th. 21st, right here. So we got the Kill Bill movies and Jackie Brown, and then each one of those obviously has a steelbook. Then you got the Substance that's got a 4K and a Blu-ray. Then you got the Cell. You got The Grifters. You got Smile 2. You got Venom, which I haven't seen and I want to see. You got April Fool's Day 4K. Reindeer Games is a very underrated movie. I recommend Reindeer Games. I love it. Did you check out that limited edition 4K scanner on Orbit site? Yeah, that's what he was talking about. I'm gonna probably order that. If they're 4K, I'm gonna get scanners and the Brood. They show Bush on this movie? I don't think so. I think they showed the tits twice. Here's one of the releases that I was pissed off about. That fucking Reservoir Dogs 4K Steelbook. I'm not gonna say who. There was one of the YouTubers that was talking about how great it looked and they were awesome to have it because they got a fucking review copy of it for free. It's the same as the other one that was already released at Best Buy, and they call it the Mr. Pink edition. All they did was put a pink shading on the cover. It looks like shit. If you're going to put Mr. Pink on it, then put Mr. Pink, the character, on there. Don't make people fucking double dip. All you did was you took the regular cover that was on there and you made a pink shading to it. And you're re-releasing the same stuff that's already been out. There was a Blu-ray of that cover. There's a 4K of that cover. Now you're releasing another one. So what are they going to do? They're going to release a Mr. Pink, a Mr. White, a Mr. Orange, a Mr. Blue, or whatever. That's enough of that rant. Sorry. So, but then Heretic, I didn't see that. I want to get that. Some Little Rascals release. I don't know, but I'm a sucker for this. What is this? Little Rascals: The Restored Silence. Jesus Christ! Now you got the silent ones coming out. Let me get this ad off here. Elevation, I never saw. The Return, I wanted to see. That Invasion of the Bee Girls, that's a cult Kino cult one that I'll have to order. This dude here is getting killed by her growling titties. Reindeer Games got a Blu-ray and a 4K, so I recommend Reindeer Games. If anybody wants to see Charlize Theron's titties, Mr. Jeff spitting some truth. Yep. I got the Substance DVD, not an original copy. They sold it to me burn on disc, but it looks great. I like the Substance. Have you guys seen it? Yeah, with the case. I've got the 4K. It already arrived. I just haven't shown it because I'll wait until the week of. I got some thoughts about that one. I might put a video out of that one. I like the movie up into the very end, and I'm not saying I hate it because of the end, but I just don't like the end of it. Yeah, mine already came in. I already got it. I got some thoughts about that. But have you seen it before? Have you seen The Substance? Hey, man, I'm the one that always spouts truth or spitting truth on here. That's all I do. I don't shine anything up, but I don't shine up a turd, man. If it's a turd, it's always a turd. Look at these fake titties with these teeth hanging out of them. She's walking the streets with her titties that bite. If anybody's seen The Substance, put your thoughts in the comments here. I'd like to hear what you think. I got ripped from my actual opinion of it when I was talking to somebody on one of the groups. There's Mr. Lloyd Kaufman himself. She's like doing Kill Bill style here, like surrounded with all these people around her. You really enjoyed The Substance. Remind me of The Fly with Jeff Goldblum. Okay, I agree with that. It's got a lot of similarities to body horror movies like oh shit. The Fly, obviously Shit, what was that one with Mia Goth in it? I can't even think of the name of it. But the end of it to me took a movie that was really dramatic, really like had me invested, and it just went off on a tangent at the end that was a totally different tone than the rest of the movie, if you ask me. Yeah, she's also naked in that Reindeer Games. I appreciate you stopping by, man. Thanks a lot for hanging out as long as you did. It was pretty awesome. Look, she's squirting out acid milk out of them fake titties now. It's influence, not an exact copy. Yeah, I agree. You hellish she creature. Oh, dude, she got that dude's head between her tits. So this movie didn't get good until like kind of like at the end. It kind of like got all basket case kind of like toward the end of the substance. I didn't mind the end. I understand what they were going for. Like I told somebody, I know what fucking symbolism means. I know what all that stuff is. I like the ending, but I just thought the movie lost some of its punch because of the way it ended. I came up, if you haven't seen it, I'm not going to spoil it. But I told somebody, did you guys ever see that movie Malignant that had that woman with her twin on her back? If they had done the end of that, the substance, the kind of the way Malignant was, I would have liked it a lot better. Yeah, back in the day, I didn't really like Ben Affleck until I saw that movie, and that was one of the movies I liked. It's got Gary Sinise in it too. Walking around with your dirty pillows exposed. Who calls them dirty pillows? Uh-oh. Oh Lord, she got CGI snake monsters coming out of her fucking titties. It's like the pit monster and from Star Wars. Yeah, I liked Possessor. I didn't like. Did he make Crimes of the Future? I didn't like that one as much. But yeah, I like Possessor a lot. Oh Lord, she's punching that girl with her fake boobs. Yeah, I saw Abigail. I thought that was good. You want to see like a body horror movie that's weird? You ever see Titan? Yeah, I'd say that. I thought it had me laughing when she went all Matrix style up in the police station toward the end. He's mesmerized by her boobs. Gosh, she's breaking men's neck with her boobs. That is his dad. I didn't remember whether he made it. I didn't mind that movie. It was okay. I didn't really like it as much though. So I didn't remember whether that was him or his son. This is when her semi boyfriend comes to confront her at the end. When the boobs are killing people, it's like it's taking over her personality and she becomes evil. Now the real Betty is talking to him. Oh, well, I was saying, have you seen the movie Titan? You want to talk about some weird body horror? A woman has sex with a car and gets pregnant. And it has got some pretty gross body horror moments in it. But it mixes in like a serial killer subplot in it, which weirds me. I mean, the movie's a weird mix of different types of genres. I talk about it during one of my disturbing, like an old video I did. Was it disturbing? Hold on a second, I'll find it. Yeah, I did some old movie recommendation videos. I don't have a lot of views on that. You guys should go watch those. Like, I was working with somebody. We were doing some review series together. Like her boobs are doing this substance man stole this scene from her boobs walking away. You don't show beads to boobs. All right, I'll show you these real quick. Anybody that follows me that doesn't watch some of my old movies, oh my God. This reminds me of the Killers. Was it Spawn? With her boobs all talking and shit on this trash can. I can't believe you watched this. All right, go to my channel and look up these videos. Like I got this my horror recommendation anthology films that are not creep show. I've got this one where it's games to test your morality, but here's the one. Disturbing movies to watch on Halloween that's not a Serbian film, because a lot of people were doing that. Watch that video there. It talks about Titan in there. So just look up JEFFMAN316 recommendations, and I got about 5 videos there. I think that's where the Titan one is. And if it's not, and that was when I was I gotta lose some weight. I was skinny back then. There's a extreme horror one that I did. If you that's also talking about disturbing movies. If you want to watch that, yeah, there is a lot of good ones. Check that video out though. I didn't get a lot of traction back then. I obviously get a lot more views on my videos now than I did a year or two ago. But I think that's one of the things I found, that a lot of people, when they discover your channel, they don't go back and watch a lot of the older stuff. So I try to recommend some of my videos. Matthew says, I would definitely watch the older ones, Jeff. I will check them tomorrow. I appreciate that. Let me know in the comments of them if there's any movie you've seen. She's going to go stop her boobs with a underwire bra, she said. I'll say this. I apologize for the quality, because when I started doing my videos, I was in my basement and I was using a shit camera, and my microphone was one of those lapel ones, so it didn't pick up as good as this one. So if the quality of those isn't as great, I apologize. I was doing with what I could. Murder set pieces. The director's cut is a violent, bloody. Yes, it is. I've seen that. That's already been released. I've got that cut Lionsgate when it was at Lionsgate, and then I've got the director's cut of that. That is pretty. I just didn't like the movie that much. I mean, there's disturbing movies like a Serbian film. The plot is actually not that bad. Obviously, that's probably too disturbing for most people, but check out Titan though, and let me know what you think of it. So this dude gets shot and he's still alive, and he's asking, can they go stop and get ice cream on the way home? This movie is weird. We need to decide what we're watching next week. I don't want to watch a B movie. I want to watch something good. Ooh, the silicone busted out of her fake boobs and squirted all over him. Here's the classic line. Wait for it. Wait for it. 'Twas beauty that killed the bust. It says relaxing jazz music. She's filling up his man boobs as it goes off. Yeah, check out Titan. It's if you like disturbing kind of horror movies. It's pretty decent. I liked it. The main actress in, I think it's got some English, but it's also got some subtitles in parts of it. But the main actress in it is like really good. She does a great job. Oh my god, this oh, it's got an after credit scene. Oh Lord, there's a penis. They're trying to talk the dude that lost his hand into getting like a penis extension. Yeah, Inside is good. I recommend watching the original more than uh the remake. The remake isn't quite as good. The remake's got that girl that was in P2. But I really like the original. I owned that first in one of those like Dimension Extreme releases that had a cool slipcover on it. And then I ended up buying that. I got the second sight release of that. It's really good. Yeah, I mean it's effed up. I would definitely before you get into it, because it's disturbing on two levels. It's about a porn star, so you get a lot of that in it, and it's pretty extreme. And then on top of that, you get the violence associated with the plot. So I recommend anybody that's thinking about watching it to go read some spoilers about the movie and what makes it disturbing before you watch it. Because if you're not prepared for that, it could fuck you up. We got another after credit scene. So then boobs are still alive. Oh God! Now we got the song. Hey, look, the movie that this recommend is Kung Fu and Titties. Yeah, I remember laughing when Titan showed up at Walmart, and I was like, "This movie is definitely not for regular Walmart viewers." Oh God, I got Kung Fu and Titties getting ready to automatically start on this thing. After I got a Pedialyte ad, that's funny. So we need to decide. Let me get some recommendations. Maybe you guys can help me decide what we want to watch next week. Let me get out of this shit. Kung Fu and Titties. We're not watching that, I can tell you that. What are the categories? Your categories are Does it just have a horror one or is it multiple horror ones? Good Lord at the categories they have on here. Nope, horrors by itself. So, House of a Thousand Corpses we've watched. Maximum Overdrive we watched. And then we watched Happy Birthday to Me on my birthday. We watched Creep Show 2, right? Yeah. Hey, they've got the original Wolf Creek on here. I think, hey, we should watch Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer. Have we watched that yet? Did we watch Henry? I'm going to look it up. JEFFMAN316. Henry. No, I unboxed it in a video. God, I reviewed Argyle. I didn't even know I reviewed that movie. Do you guys want to watch Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer? Hey, Rick, are you still on here? We've already watched All Hallows Eve and Terrifier. Motel Hell's on here. Maniac Cop. The original Last House on the Left. Should I put up a survey maybe? Even though we've watched it, we might have to watch My Bloody Valentine. Megan is Missing is on here. Sleepaway Camp 2. We could watch that. Yeah, Kung Fu and Titties. That's a good pair. The Hills Have Eyes. Yeah, I'm still here. Look at Tubi and see if there's any movies you want to watch. They've got the Sleepaway Camp. They got Return of the Living Dead 3. The original Hellraiser. Urban Legend. House on Sorority Row. Let's watch something like that. Dr. Giggles. Ghoulies 2. Video Dead. They got American Werewolf in London on here. We watched Girl House. Pieces. Have we watched Pieces before? We could watch Pieces, man. Let's watch Pieces. No, I don't think we watched that. We want to watch Sleepaway Camp 2. We've watched the first one, I think. You guys all right with that? You want to watch Sleepaway Camp 2? That'd be good because I could do a video about the Sleepaway Camp releases. They got the first one, but I'm pretty sure we watched that. How about I put up a poll? We need 3. I'll put up Sleepaway Camp 2, Henry. I'll pick one and stick on there. I might put a poll up. Have you guys seen the movie Splinter? That's good. P2 is on here. We watched 13 Sins, didn't we? Night of the Demons. They got some good classic horror stuff on here. Body Bags, that John Carpenter horror movie. I mean, anthology movie. Hills Have Eyes. I don't know if that's on here. Let me look. The only reason I try to do this is because there are some people that can't get the I don't think they got the remake. They got the original. No, they got the Hills Have Eyes 2. We got the remake of I Spit on Your Grave. We haven't watched that. Or maybe that'll be the 3 choices. Sleepaway Camp 2, Pieces, Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer. I'll put that up before I go to bed tonight. I'll put a poll up and let it run until like Saturday. We've watched The Burning, I think. Hush is on here? That's a damn Netflix movie. Wow. The Descent. I don't know if that's on there or not. I can look. Vacancy 2's on there, but Vacancy isn't. Blue Thunder? Why is that in the horror movies? Oh, it's because I looked up Hills Have Eyes, and it's giving me movies that are like Hills Have Eyes. I give Tubi some credit, man. It's got some decent movies. Urban Legends on there. Terrifier, even though we watched it. I can't believe they still got that and All Hallows Eve on there, as popular as that is. The original Hellraiser. Cult classics, man. We can watch Angel. Meatballs is on there. Either way. Hey, look, so I might just use this computer from now on. It didn't mess up one time with me. I actually like most of the wrong turn. I mean, not all of them, but after a few clunkers in the middle, there's I forget which one it is. There's one of the later sequels that I actually like. Do they have a movie called Dead Girl on here? Wrong. I don't think they have any of the Wrong Turn movies on here. They got The Descent too. What does Tubi end up with all the bullshit sequels, but none of the originals? Yeah, I'm gonna put up a poll, Paula. If you want to vote, it'll be under the community section. Um, I'll put a couple of the ones we're talking about on there, and let everybody vote. And then that way, I'll let it go through Saturday night, and then I'll post a winner. They got the original Alligator on there. That's cool. All right, folks. It's after midnight here on the East Coast. I think I'm gonna let this thing wind down. So I really appreciate all you guys that hung out with me most of the night. I like when the chat is lively. It makes it easy to have a stream. Hi, how about classic horror? Like name, what do you mean classic? Name something you consider classic. Yeah, it does because the streaming, I know Tubi is free, which is why I pick a lot of the movies off of there. Um, like I said in my video, go find Cannonball Run on a streaming service. And I know that's a movie that most people don't like, but that's a good example of you'd have to hunt and peck through 10 different streaming services to find a movie if you liked it. If you own it, you can just go pick it up and watch it. Yeah, I really appreciate you, Sean, man. Thanks for your support. Hopefully you guys that are here that are new, or if you are subscribed, I really appreciate it. And if you are, make sure you tell everybody to come by and bullshit with us about movies. And then go back and watch some of those recommendations. Like I said, look up JEFFMAN316 recommendations and see about some of those movies, like those extreme horror movies or those anthologies and stuff like that I did. Because that was when like I said, I was trying to do some videos in the same theme as a couple of the groups I'm in. So if anybody watches this was supposed to be the Killer Rack watch along, but we probably watched about a third of the movie and talked about everything else other than that. Yeah, I appreciate you coming, Arturo, man. I'm glad you had a night off finally. 4G family, is it just me or is it really hard to narrow down a top 10 list when you've seen so many movies and like even some that are low budget and not highly reviewed? I would say me personally, it is, but I've probably got about 10 to 15, maybe 20 that probably are in my heavy rotation that would have to be, and I'd have to see what order they're in. Like I'll give you an example. My top two are always going to be Jaws is my favorite movie of all time. Halloween 1978 is my second favorite. Now after that, I would have to sit down and seriously think about it because there's a lot of movies that I really love. Like John Carpenter's The Thing is one of them. we were talking Midsommar. That's probably be in my top 20, but it wouldn't be in my top 10. Yeah, there's so many movies that I'd have to start thinking about, like not just horror, classic comedies like the original Beverly Hills Cop, Airplane, Young Frankenstein. There's so many movies. Yeah, you're probably right. But I know my top two. I like Friday 13 Part 6 and 7 like a lot. So I don't know whether they would crack my top 20 or not though, but Freaks, Horror Express. I typically try to pick movies here for the watch alongs that people can watch for free. Because if you're new and you pop in, I don't know whether your own movies or the movies or not. Plus, it's got commercials so we can talk. I don't try to get too serious about the watch along. I will go ahead to anybody that's new. I appreciate all you guys new. My streams are both fun and entertaining. Thank you. I aspire one day to be able to suck a fart out of your butt. Well, that's really. I wish you could do that as well. Eliza is mommy, and you're talking about sucking farts out of butts. Either way, the reason I do that is when I first started this, I didn't get hardly any traffic on the live streams and didn't have a lot of comments. So I watched the movie and talked about it. Now I just have something playing in the background, and if we have a lull in the chat, I can talk about the movie. It's really not important about what movie we watch. Excuse me. Martin and Lewis classics. Yeah, I mean, eventually, once we get more people on here, I could probably start watching some of that stuff. I love TV series too, but it's easier for me to make a list of them. I really appreciate you responding, though. Yeah, I mean, I could probably, if I sat down and thought about it a lot, the movies that are from my childhood would probably definitely be, I mean, stuff that I grew up watching, like Animal House. That's probably going to be in my top 10. Blues Brothers would be pretty close. Man, it's at least in the top 20. It would be hard, but I think I could do a top 10. Toward the end of the list, number 10 and 11 and 12 might swap around depending on my mood. Like, I love the original Airplane. I'm looking at some of my favorite movies here. I'll give you this to think about before we leave. Vincent Price, Creepshow 2, Jigsaw Without Warning. We watched Creepshow 2. Sorry, I missed this one. Yeah, and I don't think we watched anything Vincent Price. And then did we watch Saw? I think we watched Saw. We started watching those as well and then finished. Without Warning is pretty good. I don't forgot what my train of thought was. Oh, they're showing Blues Brothers this month at our local theater. Oh, I would love to go see the Blues Brothers in the theater, the first one. That mall scene on the big screen, that shit would be awesome. I would love to see that. Either way, I don't even forgot what I was talking about. I'm so tired now. So, all right, I'm going to wrap it up. Any of you guys that came in here at the end, make sure you are subscribed to the channel, and we'll keep trying to do these every week. I missed some during Christmas and the holidays and stuff, so I apologize that, but I want to get back on a regular track. But I'm going to do a couple of reviews. I know you guys probably don't like watching that kind of stuff, but if you would watch at least a few minutes of that review I did for a friend of the channel. It's a movie review that was called The Forest Through the Trees. He's going to drop that movie soon. I don't know if he's going to watch it. I mean, drop it where the public can see it. But the last time he did a movie, he dropped it on YouTube. If you do see that out there, I'll probably recommend it. It's I like to support the people that support my channel, and he's been on here. Jason Pitts has supported me, and I've done interviews with him and some of his actresses and stuff. So, the Strand Historic Theater in our town. What's your town again? I forget. I'd love to go see the fucking Blues Brothers, man. Blues Brothers, Animal House, Airplane, some of those classic comedies. Oh, I know what I was going to tell you now. So think about this one, and we'll talk about it in another video or stream. Comedies now, and I'm not trying to be, I'm trying to be funny when I say this, are kind of like Chinese food. Like the joke about Chinese food where you eat it and you're hungry again. Comedies now, when you watch them, an hour later, it's like you want to watch something else because it's not fulfilling. You don't remember anything about it. I was going to do a review of a movie, and I started thinking I couldn't remember hardly anything about the movie. Classic comedies, The First Hot Tub Time Machine, The Hangover, Horrible Bosses. Those are the movies that I think, like, after those, we haven't had any really good R-rated adult comedies. Is it because the world's too woke? Is it because people are too offended? Is it because people are afraid to make those movies now? It's like our old school Road Trip, Euro Trip, all those movies that were really kind of raunchy but had a heart. After those, any of these comedies that say they're like raunchy comedies, they're not. I don't remember anything about them after I watched them. I can't quote movie lines like we still quote shit at work from Animal House, from Old School, Blue, you my boy, like all that stuff. None of that stuff. None of the movies that are coming out now, they're just pumping out. Are satisfying. I guess it's almost like I watch them and I want to go eat a Snickers, man. I want to go watch one of those movies to be satisfied. There's my little rant. They're showing comedy movies of actors that were on Saturday Night Live. That's cool. I recommended the movie Saturday Night earlier in the night. So watch it. But if you have any type of anxiety or whatever, watch out, because that first hour is nonstop interaction and it's kind of like anxiety inducing. You're in Delaware, Ohio. How far is Ohio from Virginia? Is that like 6-7 hours? Either way. All right, I'm wrapping it up. I love you guys. This has been the Killer Rack Chat and Watch Along. Anybody that watches this after the fact, throw a like on it. If you watch any of my videos, make sure you do that. I don't care whether you comment and say that I suck. Comment on every video you watch, please. It really does help the algorithm. Do that. Also, like I said, share the content. Tell more people to come over, and that way we can have fun like tonight. I really appreciate you, Matthew, you stopping by. Yeah, it's always great to chat with you guys. Anybody that's new, make sure you are subscribed and hit the notification bell. You'll know when I post new videos. This chat, I like doing this. It gives me some ideas about some stuff that I can make videos on. We talked about inconsistent video releases earlier. Thank you, Paula. I appreciate you stopping by and support me as you always do. I got my Jeffy Awards coming out sometime this week. I'm waiting on people to record videos that I can include in it to do the awards with me. I didn't want to do it by myself. I wanted people that supported me and that I support them. I wanted us to work together. Yeah, that's in the $5 bin. That's a great set. 7-hour drive. That's not too bad. So either way, watch out for that. Sometime within the next week or so, my Jeffy Awards video will post. It's just taking longer because I'm getting people to help me. And as always, I really appreciate you guys. Let me kill the banner. If anybody wants to support me any other way, look in my videos. My socials are in there, and my PayPal and Cash App if you wanted to do it monetarily. And I think that's it, boys and girls. I'm going to wrap it up. I really appreciate everybody that stopped by, all the regulars, all the newbies. And you keep supporting me, and I'll keep trying to make great content. So I'm wrapping it up. Until next time, boys and girls, this is JEFFMAN316. As always, I'm your pop culture reporter, signing out, saying you guys be safe out there.
Mr. Mayor, Chief, ladies and gentlemen.